Hey, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Tales from the Salon Hairstylist Horror Story videos. If you are new here, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video because we are on the road to 5,000 and sharing is caring. Y'all have seemed to really been enjoying the Tales from the Salon series coming back, so we're gonna hit it again today. If you hear a little bit of background noise, my kids are up. Say hey in the comments, okay? Let's go ahead and jump into today's story time. Still styling.
I feel like there's this constant debate in regards to the level of professionalism in the black beauty service industry. Now, I'm not here to just point out my people because I'm sure this happens with all people, but I feel like my people keep saying the same things in regards to these service providers. Now, I'm speaking as a service provider, a salon owner, a licensed esthetician, and today I'm going to share with y'all a story time and some tips on how to prevent all of this when it comes to dealing with clients or a new client or whatever. So let's go.
First off, y'all know I enjoy this. That is why I'm doing this on my channel as a beauty professional. I enjoy really calling us out in the beauty industry because if we don't do it to each other, then it just dilutes our industry as a whole. So I'm excited to see what the esthetician has to say. Y'all know I'm a master cosmetologist, so a lot of my clients would like overlap with some of her clients and demographics. So yeah, let's see what's going on.
So I booked the hair appointment with the new stylist a week in advance because I had a bridal shower to go to the following day and I didn't feel like bothering with my hair, right? I was a little eerie about it because, again, it's like that new client PTSD. You've never been to the person before. You just hoping and praying that the person doesn't cancel your appointment. So, yeah, I was just like, I really hope that this service goes well. But, of course, I was wrong. I arrived to my appointment at 2:04. Again, my appointment was at 2 o'clock and she has a 10-minute grace period. So I'm thinking to myself, as long as I'm not past the 10 minutes, there should not be any issue and I should still be able to get my hair done. I too have a 10-minute grace period and policies that I want people to follow. So I try to make sure I pay the same respect to my other fellow beauty professionals. So I get out my car at about 2:05. You have to get buzzed into the building in order to get service. So I buzzed in twice and I did not get a response. So if I buzz you before the 10-minute mark and you don't answer the phone, I'm assuming you're not there or you're busy.
I think those are valid assumptions. We always talk about over here how people are talking about their late policies and everything like that. So if you are going to have those policies, you need to be able to keep it up on your end. Like it's a contract on both people's part. I promise that I will be there in a timely fashion, no more than 10 minutes late. I need you to promise that you will be available to take me in that time.
With another client. So I walked to the car, pull up the email with the phone number in it, and I sent her a text and I said, hey, I'm here for my 2 o'clock appointment. I buzzed in twice, but I didn't get a response. So her instant response was, now mind you, y'all, the text message got sent at 2.
All right, let's sit and let's read over these messages. So she says, hey, I'm here for my 2 p.m. appointment. I dialed the number on the door. I didn't get an answer. And she sent this at 2:11. And she says, hi, after 10-minute appointment is considered late. It will be a $25 late fee applied if you want to keep it. And she says, I've been outside since 2:04 and I buzzed the number, I'm assuming, without a response. I wasn't late. And she said, this is the first time I received notice you're there. I didn't receive any notice at 2:04. And then the client says, well, what is the solution? I don't want to pay an additional $25. I got here before your grace period. And she says, I could take it into consideration if you text at the time you said you rang, but you text after so you can pay or reschedule.
Shut up! That is so stupid!
Mind you, she sent the original message at 2:11. I get it. Your policies are your policies. But come on now. This is petty.
2:11. Her instant response was, hey, you're now over the 10-minute period, so you're going to have to pay $25 if you want to keep the appointment. Now, in my mind, I'm like, I'm literally a new client. I clearly was here. If I sent you the text by 2:11 saying that I buzzed in twice already, why are you trying to charge me? And I get it. Like, people have policies like I do too, but it's like, have a little bit more grace with your new people, because in my mind as a professional, you probably wasn't there or you really didn't feel like doing hair that day. Because I too am a professional. I know how that feels, but like, don't try to play me like I'm crazy. So y'all, long story short, I'm like, hey, I'm not willing to pay that because I was actually here. So her response was basically, you either pay or you reschedule. And I'm just like, y'all, the level of professionalism is just like in hell, like the bar is in hell. How do we
Yeah, that would really upset me. I'm not even gonna hold you. I would not go to that person, because to me that's petty. And to be that petty on your first interaction, like, you, especially when you have first time clients, you need to be providing a service that's going to make them want to come back. People think that if you constantly get new clients that you're going to be a successful stylist or a successful beauty professional. That's not what makes you successful. What makes you successful is when you have a clientele, when you have people that come back to you repeatedly. If you can't get the people in the door the first time, how do you think you're going to be successful? That's terrible. All right, let's see what the next story time looks like.
Y'all, so let me tell y'all why I hate to exclude the hairstylist. For the past few years, I've been doing my own hair because I won't cancel on myself. I know what I'm doing, and I don't have to worry about my head being Anyway, long story short, I don't know how to do braids. So I was like, okay, let me go outside my comfort zone, get some braids, because I haven't had braids in years. I go on Facebook, I ask for recommendations, and somebody ended up recommending this girl. I really liked her work. So I inboxed her about booking. We came up with a date. I sent my deposit. Cool. Now, per her policy, she's supposed to send me her address the day before my appointment. So that morning rolls around, no address. Cool. I give it to the afternoon, no address. Okay, 4 or 5 o'clock roll around, I still ain't got no address. So I'm like, I got a feeling I'm finna be hey booed. So 7 o'clock rolls.
We all know what the hey boo text is. The hey boo text is basically you ain't finna get your hair done. Really quick before we continue to go on, it is not uncommon for stylists who work from home to wait to send you their address, because sometimes, just like clients don't want to be scammed, hairstylists don't want to be scammed, and I'm giving you my, residential address, and then you don't even show up. So I'm gonna wait till, a little bit closer to your appointment to make sure that you show up. I think that a day is a little bit late. Personally, I send my address out 2 days before, just to give people a little bit of time. Sometimes people want to plan how long it will take them to get to you and everything like that. And that way they know where they're going. But 24 to 48 hours before your appointment is pretty standard. I will also say, though, the best thing to do if you have the capability is to set up an automated service. It doesn't sound like she had a booking site because they did everything through the DM, but maybe that is a reason why you would invest in a booking site, because when you do that, you can set it up to where your booking site will automatically send out reminder emails or reminder texts, and in those you can have your address, so that you're not having to manually send out your address to every client, especially as you grow. You might forget somebody. So this could be an honest mistake, or, it could be a scam. Let's keep listening.
I have an appointment with you in the morning, and you still haven't sent me your address, just making sure you haven't forgot. I don't get no response, but she on Facebook posting pictures, and I'm like, yeah, I already know what this is going to be. Anyway, 11 o'clock that night roll around, she sent me her address, and I'm like, this is so unprofessional. So keep in mind, my appointment is 10 a.m. the next morning. So at 9:22, 9:23, I'm upstairs brushing my teeth, getting ready to walk out of the door for my appointment because she lives the next city over. So tell me why my Cash App dings. I don't even get a message from her canceling my appointment. I get a Cash App saying something came up, love. You didn't even have the decency to cancel my appointment. Not only that, you canceled it 30 minutes before my appointment time. If you didn't want to do my hair, that's all you had to say.
So that sounds like she already didn't plan on doing your hair the night before, especially if you didn't send the address until 11 p.m., less than 12 hours before the appointment was supposed to be. I'm sorry, boo, but at least you got your deposit back, because a lot of these stylists and the scammers out here aren't sending money back. So I know it sucks, but small victories, right?
So I just got to work, right? And I was scrolling on TikTok, and I'm just thinking to myself, why is it that I see so much backlash or so much negative remarks when it comes to hairstylists or hairstylist courses, but I really vaguely see people giving good feedback or say, hey, I went to this girl, I had an amazing experience, go follow her, go book with her. Everybody is on here bashing their hairstylists. I'm just it can't be that bad. And I'm wondering why my clients not on. I want to know why my clients are not on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter saying go to Jamaican Patty, she's professional, she's on time, she does amazing work. I feel some kind of way, because if I'm doing something wrong, let me know. And if I'm doing something right, let the world know, because at the end of the day, I'm in this business to make money and to try to grow. But I feel like everybody's so consumed and focused on the negative, they can't focus on nothing that's good, and I don't like that.
I love this take. I love this point. Number one, I love her hair. I don't know, what is this, honey? A water wave? A 30 34, 36 inch water wave, baby. Her hair is slayed. But that is absolutely right. We are always hearing the negative stories, the horror stories. That's probably why a lot of you are here, because of the horror stories. And it's not as common to actually go and give out their praises. Although, one thing about it, when you think about the beauty industry, a lot of our clientele does come from word of mouth. So I guess, maybe telling your friends and stuff like that is good. But sometimes, just as loud as we are with our criticism, we need to be just as loud with our praise, especially online. So, and it's one of those things too, where it's just kind of the social media landscape. When you say something negative, it gets more legs than if you are praising something, which is really, really sad, and lets you know where we focus and where our mind focuses. And we do need to do better. I do agree with her. Let's take a break from the video to shout out the Bold and Beautiful collection, the latest collection of ready-to-wear wigs from Bespoke Styling, available at www.bssu.com. This is Tiffany, a 5x5 raw body wave closure unit, available in 16 to 24 inches. But you do not want to miss this sale. There is a limited stock. Go ahead and visit the website now so you can slay all holiday. Let's go ahead and get back into today's video.
I got my hair cut. Normally my bob is here. I cut it to here because knotless of all braids takes my hair out.
She said knotless braids take her hair out, and I want to really just talk about that real quick, because I know a lot of people sometimes think that the knotless is better because you don't have the knot, which is less tension. But if you have fine hair and then you do knotless braids and you add more hair than the density of your natural hair, it could cause a lot of weight and cause a lot of breakage. A lot of people don't think about that. They just think that, oh, the knotless is always better, and not all the time. It just depends on the density and the fragility, really, of your hair.
But let me show y'all what my bob looked like last year. So that was 6 months ago. My hair fell out, and you see how thick it was? Now it's this thin 6 months later. So I think I need to start going every 3 months, because I love the length. I love a short bob. I'm not too fond of the thinness. So let me tell y'all the BS that happened today with an ex hairstylist of mine. Normally, I go to her for my silk presses or whatnot. I've been going to her for a year, and that's literally my anniversary of me cutting my hair into a bob, right? And normally, y'all, I should have been found another silk press hairstylist, but she did my hair so good. I'm like, you know what? I could put up with the BS. Y'all, the way she BS'd me today, I wanted to fight her. So normally, she always pushes my appointment back at least 30 minutes, an hour. Sometimes she might have to do it to the next day, but today I would have been fine with it, okay? Because I was already running a little late. I woke up at the time I was supposed to leave, so I was running like 10 minutes late. My appointment was today at 7:30.
Side note, who was out here doing 7:30 appointments? My gosh, I became a hairstylist so that I didn't have to wake up at the crack of dawn, but that's just me. Are y'all out here doing 7:30 appointments? Are y'all out here getting 7:30 appointments? Let me know in the comments.
30 might seem too early, but I had class at 11, so I'm like, you know what? I need an early appointment. I need to get in your chair and get out. Luckily, my class was canceled, so I had time for her bullshit today. I had time for it, and excuse my language. So I had time for her to push it back, because I knew she was going to push it back, right? That's not the issue. I have an issue when people are not professional. Why can you not tell me what's going on with you ahead of time? So at 7:32, mind you, my appointment was supposed to be at 7:30. Red flag number one was, but I ended up getting an email that my appointment was at 8 o'clock. She didn't tell me she pushed it to 8 o'clock. I'm still thinking it's 7:30. So when I got the reminder, I'm like, okay, cool. She changed to 8. She could have told me about it, but it is what it is, as long as I got an appointment. So fast forward to today. She texted me at 7:32. Hey, boo, I'm running late. I was like, do you
Uh-oh, there go that. Hey, boo, text.
want me to come at 8:30, or do you need me to come later? She didn't say nothing back. It take me 45 minutes to get to where she at. So I'm like, you know what? Let me give her a little grace. I'm going to just come at 8:30 because you said a little late. You didn't tell me a specific time. So I'm going to give you this 30-minute grace, okay? Normally, I go to where she does hair at, but today she wanted me to come to her apartment. So once I get to her apartment, I'm like, hey, I'm outside, not sure which one is yours. 8:30.
Didn't get a response. I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe she need a little bit more time. I'm already giving it too much time. But I felt like I drove 45 minutes. I'm gonna get my hair done. I'm gonna have to suck it up and waste a little bit of time because you do hair good. So I want you to do my hair. After I texted, hey, I'm outside, not sure which one apartment is yours. She didn't say anything. I'm like, okay, cool. I can wait. I can do this. I can wait a little longer. So at that point, I started detangling my hair. After I'm done, like maybe within that time, she'll text me. Nothing. Done detangling my hair. Nothing. I called her at 9:02, y'all. I went to look at the timestamp. I called her at 9:02. Declined my call. She texted me back like, hey, can you come at 11? I'm in.
Whoa. So from 7:30 to 8 to I'm running late to 11. That's crazy. That's crazy work. Cause what were you doing? Because first of all, what you want to know what that means? You want to know what that really means? It means that she did not get up. Because number one, she's coming to your apartment. You're not even going to a salon. Like all you have to do is like literally roll up, wake up. Unless you started doing hair at 6 and I don't know, you were doing some braids, which you would have known you were doing braids before you booked a 7:30, 8 o'clock appointment. There is no excuse for you to push your appointment from 7:30 all the way to 11. That's crazy work. That's crazy.
Urgent care, I slammed my finger in the door. In my head, I'm like, you could have told me this. I drove 45 minutes here.
Wait, did I miss that? Let's run that back.
Her at 9:02, y'all. I went to look at the timestamp. I called her at 9:02. Declined my call. She texted me back like, hey, can you come at 11? I'm in urgent care. I slammed my finger in the door. In my head, I'm like, you could have told me this. I drove 45 minutes here, wasted my gas, wasted my time, and you knew you was running late. My thing was, you knew you was running late. You told me that. So in that same text, why couldn't you say, can you come at 11?
Period. Because now I'm confused. Again, we're all human, things happen, but it's not clicking, Steven. It's not clicking. Because if you slammed your finger and you went to urgent care and you did that at 8 o'clock when you said you were running late, why didn't you say then, hey, I had a medical emergency. I'm trying to get that figured out. I will let you know when I'm free. Like, is it me or does a lot of tests determine that was a lie?
Asked you, did you want me to come at 8:30? Then I asked you, did you need me to come later? You could have told me then. You didn't have to have me waiting an hour to get my hair done. I know I should have left, y'all. I know I should have. At that point, I was over it because I know, like, she comes with the excuses. But this, like, she's never done me like this. You could have at least told me before I even got to your house. You knew I was going to come. Like, that's so irritating, y'all. I wanted to cry because, you know, if you're a girl, you know how it is. When you book that appointment, you're looking forward to your hair appointment and it doesn't happen, you know how sad you get. You know?
Yeah, I would be very upset about that, and that would be the end for me too. Y'all, we got to do better. Let me see. We might have time for one more story time. Let's just check it out.
Look at this. Would you look at this and think that I got my hair done 2 days ago? Me neither. I'm pissed off. So fix my closure sewing with me while I tell y'all about this weird professional lady did my hair. Quick round of applause for the bundles. So
the bundles are giving. I just want to say that the bundles in this episode have been doing what they need to do. And if you are also wanting some bundles and some wigs that's doing what need to do, please don't forget to visit my website, www.bssu, and get you a bespoke styling signature unit. Okay, let's get back into the story time.
So I booked my appointment like a week ago. Mind y'all, when I go to book with the girl, she tells me her booking site is down. So when I asked her like, okay, well, how do I book? I want to book a closure sewing. She said book it via DM. So I do. I send her a deposit. It's $20.
I'm sorry. While she's telling the story, I'm just looking at the under and I'm trying to understand, is it braided or was it gelled down? Is this supposed to be a sew-in? If this is 2-day-old hair, how come I can't see your braids? Like, these braids look a month old. I'm confused. Am I tripping?
Which is not bad. We talk about my hairstyle. Everything is all good. Everything is green. First red flag come when I get there. The on me, she gonna start on me as soon as she feed her boyfriend because he's hungry. Mind y'all, she's doing my hair in the studio. Her boyfriend over there to see her, so y'all know what we're doing. We just sitting in one room looking at each other. And I know somebody gonna say I should have left right then, but to be fair, she took my closure and put the bleach on it. Now remember that she took my closure and put the bleach on it. Why do this lady look at me and say, well, while you're sitting there, you could go get some wig caps? So I'm like, go get some wig caps. You don't have no wig caps. And as y'all can see, I never got the wig cap. So she tells me basically like she didn't have none because she didn't realize that I was getting a closure sewing. She thought I was getting a basic sewing. So I'm like, okay. Because it's like I text you and I booked that. So like, how didn't you know? At this point,
Just another quick pause. I understand that a lot of people like to use wig caps for their closure sew-ins or their frontal sew-ins. For closure sew-ins, I really don't go out of my way to use a wig cap. That's just me personally. Also, because when you're doing a closure and if you're doing a sew-in and you keep it for, 4 to 6 weeks, sometimes it pushes back. I just want to make sure that the closure is lined up with your natural part, so that if as your hair grows out, it still will look nice. And you kind of can't all the way do that when you have a cap. That's just my personal technique. Y'all tell me, do y'all like the caps or no?
I'm still not realizing, like, you cannot reason with this bitch. Like, she's weird, and that's the bottom line. So I'm like, okay, well, oh, my eye itching. I'm like, I didn't drive. I got an Uber, and I don't have no way to go to no beauty supply store. And I'm not familiar with this neighborhood because, again, I'm at her house. I'm not even in no shop. So I'm like, maybe your boyfriend could go get it since you're cooking for him. Y'all, this lady looked me dead in my face and told me, don't ask her man to do shit. So, of course, now it's quiet as just low-key treating me up behind some wig caps, and it's like you should have been had him. And if that's really your man, why wouldn't he go get him to help you do your job? It's not about him going somewhere for me. He's going for you. You doing my hair is contingent on you making money. So I'm just sitting there kind of quiet, and I basically tell her, well, I'm not going to the store. Like, I'm not walking to no store. And when I say I'm not walking to no store, this me, it's Divvy Box across the street. Who are you talking to? Are you for real? Man, y'all, all that happened and my head not even touched yet. So now he eating, she eating. No, she not offering me none. No, I don't got no wig cap. They eat their whole meal. I'm just sitting there on my phone looking stupid. The bitch got my $20. Oh, and when I got to her, she made me pay like half of the service upon arrival before she put the bleach on my closure. That's important. I can't believe I forgot that. The lady's so unprofessional, G. I asked her why you didn't give me closure braids. She said, and I quote, well, I tweaked and thought you had a frontal, and I'm not finna rebraid your whole head. I don't have time for that. So I'm like, oh, you have a head after me. And she like, no, I'm going with my nigga. Like, I'm the dumb one. Like, I'm the one that's being weird. Bitch, you're the one being weird.
Wait, so you took her closure and it's getting bleached, and I'm sure you're braiding her hair down while you're bleaching her closure, but you don't braid her like she has a closure. I'm confused. Anybody else confused? Raise your hand if you're confused.
Yeah, I brought 3 bundles in a closure. That's only 2 bundles in my head. I don't like that one tiny teensy wincy bit. You're lazy, and it's like I could feel the spaces in between my tracks. Like, I know she did not shit right on top of each other. And when I told her like, hey, like, I brought the 3 bundles because I wanted all 3 bundles in my head, she looked at me and said, you got a little head. That's not gonna work. Man, if y'all remember last week, I put 6 bundles in a closure up in my in a frontal up in my head. So you're not gonna tell me that you could not make it work. Is you slow?
Her hair seems to be really long. It looks to be anywhere between 26, 28 inches somewhere. It was pretty long, which means that the wefts themselves are going to be short because wefts are weighed. And so, the longer the hair, the shorter the wefts will be. So it's nothing to put 3 bundles. And if a client wants 3 bundles in their head, just double them up. Double them up. Simple.
Now she wait until she's at the top of my head, like closing it off, to ask me like, how do you want your deep wave style? And I'm like, of course I want it wet. Like, I want the wet look. She said, I don't have no spray bottle or no mousse.
Ain't you at home? Don't you do hair? Y'all. See, because you didn't go to, you're not going to sit up here and tell me that you went to a licensed professional. You went to your homegirl. You went to your homegirl's friend. Because there's no way. There's no way you're at her house and she doesn't have at least a spray bottle. Okay, you don't have the mousse product. You don't have a spray bottle. You don't have leave-in conditioner. Y'all aren't going to professionals. Check the licensure. Check the licensure.
I don't have no spray bottle or no mousse. Ain't you the hairstylist? But it's cool because I bought me some mousse today. Then, after all,
she bought some Nairobi. That's a really good mousse.
yesterday, I'm chilling. chilling, vibing. My whole lace just came right up like a sticker, like completely up. And then it's like my tracks is secure to my closure, gang. Like,
I'm sorry, but this does not look like, I'm really trying to, like, I'm zooming in myself trying to see. Can I zoom this in for y'all? Because this does not look like 2-day-old hair. Let me see if I can zoom this in. But this does not look like 2-day-old hair. That's crazy.
I don't have no tracks right here. And then this is where I cut my track out. And when I said something to her about my hair, like, you know, like, I don't like my hair, I don't feel like you did a 180 job. Like, I just don't feel like this is what I paid for. This lady told me, and I quote, well, I don't do refunds. Ask for a refund. Ask because you fixed my hair, because my hair is ugly. I already knew you wasn't going to do refunds because you tacky as f. Like, of course you're not going to refund me, bitch. And, like, I can't even properly place it because of how she sold my shit. Everybody who I know, she do their hair, and they all be like, well, we love her. She be laying out the lace, and I ain't going to lie. Lace was laid. Let me show y'all. But, like, that was so unprofessional. I'm going to just be back with the finished results because it's a whole new day, and I just realized the way she made my closure, it's never going to look right because it's going to keep pulling back because it's so too far to the back. So if I take it out, wash it, and put it back on, I'm just going to show y'all the results because this video is getting way too long.
This how my lace turned out. I feel like everything came out really nice. The hair was getting.
Well, she was definitely able to salvage the look, but that was a terrible sew-in, and I feel like she confirmed what I already feel. You were going to some homegirl, like, oh, all the girls I know who go to her say she does an amazing job. Yeah, sometimes people are talented, but just because you're talented doesn't mean that you are a beauty professional, as you can see. So yeah, but at least she pulled it together. Like, look at that. And the curls look really, really good. But that's it, you guys. That's all we have for today's Tales from the Salon Hairstylist Horror Stories TikTok edition. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video out. I appreciate all of you for being here, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace. Go ahead and visit my website, www.bssu.com, if you want to learn more about all that's happening over here at Besto Styling. From our custom wigs to our custom merch, you do not want to miss it, or grab your free gift. Also, please don't forget to join my Go Without Glue course, where I teach women suffering from alopecia how to choose, install, and maintain their wigs without glue and with ease. To everyone else, don't forget to follow me on all socials, links in the D box. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.